Welcome back, and thank you for joining for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. Today I am going to bring you the Longrow Red 12-year-old, what is this, 52.9% ABV. Now, two things. One, I'm jumping around a little bit in my dining room and trying to figure out if any of these colors work better. I know it's a lot of dark red, and there's other places in my house I could do this, but I gotta tell you, I like sitting at a table and drinking. I don't want to stand up, and I don't want to sit down in a lounge chair. So, tell me what you guys think of it. Secondly, this Longrow, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Longrow, it is a Campbeltown whiskey. This is made by the Springbank distillery. Springbank makes three types of whiskey. They make their Springbank, which is 2.5 times distilled. If you want to know how they get to 2.5 times distilled, watch my Springbank 10 video. Also, they make the Hazelburn, which is triple distilled, and then they make the Longrow, which is 2 times distilled, but this is heavily peated, or at least heavily peated for Springbank. So, fair disclosure, I was not a fan of the regular Longrow peated, which was a non-age statement, but my good friend Keith at the Malted Man Cave, Hollywood Honey, said, Mike, give it a second try. I'm going to bring you this Longrow Red, and I think you'll have a different opinion. I took a few sips, and we had a few drinks, and I wasn't quite sure if I thought it was good or Keith was just influencing me. So let's find out here. Longrow Red is aged for 12 years. The reason they call it the red is it was finished for 1 year in a Pinot Noir cask. It is natural color, unchill filtered, and again, a very high ABV. They do say that, and this is true of all the Longrows, that less than 100 casks are filled every year. So Springbank has got a lot of pub as this great artisan whiskey among Scotch whiskey reviewers. I like some of the older Springbanks, but to me, you have to have a Springbank that is high teens or older to be a really good one. That's just me, probably take some heat on it. Maybe I haven't had enough Springbanks, but that's just how I feel. So I'm gonna try this Longrow Red 12-year-old again, finish a Pinot Noir cask, and since it is natural color, I wanted to share it with you. It is very similar to the Bruichladdich Black Art that I just did with a bit of a red tinge to it, hence the red. Imagine that's that Pinot Noir cask. Now I'm gonna give it a quick swirl around the glass, and we're gonna see what we think. All right, folks. The legs do not run fast. They do not seem to be in any particular hurry. No particular hurry. When they do come, it's 1 or 2. Oh no, on this side, it's running like rain. I guess it was just, I just dipped it a little bit too much here. No worries. It's all for you guys, so I don't mind admitting when I've made a quick error. All right, so let's get into the nose. I'll tell you what, you get that Springbank funk right off the bat. And cinnamon. And I mean, you do get a bit of a wine grapey note, but I feel like I said grape a lot today on my other videos. But it is briny, a bit. It is smoky. There's some red berries in it. If you've ever had a Lefroy Glore, there's like a red berry note to that. I'm getting something similar. And of course smoke, because it is a peated whiskey, but for big Islay fans, this is not a peat like an Islay. At least not to me it isn't. To me it's a very, very light peat. Yeah, nice red berries to this. Some other fruits. I would say an orange, something citrus, orange, mango. No, it's more actually, not the mango. It's like a blood orange. All right, first sip time. Let's see what we got. All right, Keith, you're right. This is a lot better than the original Longrow peated. It's got spice to it. You got cinnamon. You got like a little cotton candy, which is kind of weird for a peated whiskey like this. And then a lot of that red berry. Strawberries, red berries, almost like I grow blackberries outside my backyard. Not that I planted them, I just bought the house and there were blackberries back there, so I just let them grow over here and I pick them. But like a less sweet blackberry, if that makes any sense to you. And maybe like an orange, like an orange rind. The rind of the orange like squeezed into a liquid, and you kind of like dabble that in tea. That and the tea all in here. There's something else coming up too. It's raspberry. That's what it is. It's like it's like if you smashed raspberries together and squeezed the juice out of them. It's like there's some of that juice in there. I tell you what, for 52.9% ABV, man, hardly any alcohol burn to this at all, which it's a peated whiskey, and peat really has a tendency to hide an alcohol note, which is why you see a lot of peated whiskeys that are very young. You know, I don't care if it's Lefroy or Ardbeg, they'll make a 10-year-old whiskey that's a staple, that's at 43%, or even the cask strength version of the Lefroy 10. And it's not real alcohol front because the peat kind of masks it. And it does, but that's the nice thing about a peated whiskey. You can have a very high ABV and it really masks the alcohol taste. Now, just because it masks the alcohol taste doesn't mean it masks some flavors in this whiskey. And this whiskey is not just simply a peat monster that has been covered up by some subtleties. This is really a nice whiskey that I think really helped having that year maturation in the Pinot Noir cask. And ever since I added that water to it and gave it a second, and I know I'm kind of swirling it vigorously just to kind of not make this video too long, that raspberry note is really nice. I don't know if I've gotten really a raspberry note before. I've gotten red berry, but not raspberry. Raspberry and a blackberry, but the blackberries extract some sugar from it. It's like the raw berry, like the berry that's too young. Okay, Keith, so you brought me back to Longrow. Congratulations. I will buy another Longrow, but I want an age statement on it when I buy it next time. And I'll go to the party source and I'll buy something with an age statement on it. And I will also make sure that whatever one I do buy, I'm sure I save you some and share it with you. Let me take another little sip with water. Red Hots. I don't know how I missed it before, but there's Red Hots in this. Beautiful, beautiful Red Hots. Candied Red Hots, which I guess they're all candy, but sugar on top, a glazed sugar on top. Candied Red Hots with some little bit of raspberry and red apple peel. I'm also getting that. Yes, red apple peel. I like it. It's a good one. It's a good one. I'll go ahead and give this an 88 out of 100. I feel confident in giving it the 88. The Deion Sims, if you will, if any of you guys are Chicago Bears fans, which I know it's been a hard time for Bears fans, and I'm not necessarily a Deion Sims fan, but I'm going to give it a Deion Sims number, 88 out of 100. Mike and Billy score. For those of you who miss Billy, he'll be back. He's just, doesn't move fast, and I gotta make this time, and I gotta make that time, and he's high maintenance, and he owns his own business, so everyone caters to him, and I gotta cater to him, but I don't want to cater to him. But I know you guys miss him, so every once in a while, I'll cater to him. And we'll get together and we'll do joint video reviews. But in the meantime, I know it's been a while since I, gave you guys something to, chat with me about in the comments section. So I want to throw a few of them out here. Again, forgive the setup. I'm trying to find the right mix, the right view. I've been doing these in my dining room, and it's a really dark red. It's a Sherwin-Williams Stolen Kiss color. And I haven't quite found the right lighting and a few other things like that, so I appreciate you guys limping along with me until I find a better place to do the solo videos. But until next time, I hope you guys are enjoying your drams. Hope all of you have made it out to Isla Fest or having a really good time. I'm sure all of you that got classic bottles will keep them for yourselves. Those of you who won't keep them for yourselves, I'm sure they'll sell them for a ridiculous price. I'm a person who will pay that ridiculous price. So if any of my viewers would like to sell me something from Lagavulin or Lafroig or Ardbeg that you found at Isla Fest for something just less than premium, let me know in the comments section. I'll PM you. I got more money than I have sense, so I will probably spend my last dollar getting something special, especially if it's an Isla whiskey. But until next time, I want to thank you for joining for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. And as always, happy drinking.